Good morning, everybody. I have a knife and a very big box. Let's go put the two together. Come on. Motherfucker, this thing is heavy. Come on. This bike was sent to me for free by the people at Rattan. So let's crack it open and check it out. Oh, it's a big bike. I'm pretty sure this bike is like $800 on Amazon. Okay, you can see they sent me the red one. We've got a couple boxes here. I'm pretty sure one of these is pedals and one of these is the charger. Oh, you can see the battery right here. Yeah, so this is very similar to the bike that I had when I was in Europe. And looking at the seat, it looks like it's got a similar design, which means that once we put this in, we won't be able to flip the seat up to take the battery out. It's got the same design flaw. I gotta say, it is well packaged. I don't think that anything is gonna be damaged in shipping, so that's cool. The specific model number for this is the Rattan LF750. You can see it right here, Rattan LF750. This is very, very similar to the bike that I had in Europe. So if you were wanting to buy that bike, but you couldn't because you're not in Europe and you wanted a place that would ship to you in America, this is very similar to that bike. Except this bike is on Amazon and you can literally have it shipped to you anywhere in America. Same as the last one, this is a folding bike. You can see the handle comes down, comes back up. So you can actually fit this in the back seat of a car. And it has a seat on the back right here so you can carry a passenger. I'm not sure how useful that'll be, but it's good to know. Okay, I'm actually impressed. I have not had to put a single screw in. I have not had to do literally anything to get this thing put together. Just sliding a couple poles inside holes. That came out weird. Slide this in here. Oh, so I guess the only thing that I've actually got to screw in is the pedals. I am actually amazed at how fast that was to get set up. Ooh, look at this. We gotta peel the screen up. No, come on. Okay, I guess we're taking the knife to it. Look at that. With the bike basically set up, this took 5 minutes. This took literally 5 minutes to get set up. Let's see what kind of accessories they gave us. Okay, so it looks like we have the pedals here. Yes, we need to put these in the holes. And you don't even need a screw. They've got the threads on them, so you can just twist them into place. Nifty. What else do we have? Looks like we've got a bag of tools. And, oh, this is a seat rest, just like you'll see this. It's pretty cool. So, this right here, I mentioned this is a seat so you can carry passengers, but it also comes with this thing, which I guess you can slot in, and they can actually have like a back part of their seat. Let me see how to screw this in. I'll figure that out in a sec. Okay, so it looks like we need to bolt that in with, come out of the bag. I'm not gonna lie, I'm happily impressed with this. It comes with a little bag so you can carry all of your tools. Their attention to detail here, pretty solid. Oh, it's even got feet rests, so the person sitting in the back seat, they can put their feet on something. So the feet rests go on this plate right here. Then we just put this on like that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed to see that the bolts don't have any thread locker on them, which they definitely should, otherwise they'll come loose. So this is the base for the feet, and then you take this little cover, which has got like feet traction pads, and we just screw this in right there with these bolts. Now we just go do the same thing to the other side. Okay, now I'm trying to put this on, but I realized that to be able to take this off, you need a Phillips head screwdriver to be able to unscrew the screws here, but they did not provide one. So I don't think that we're gonna be able to put this on right now. But that's actually not super important. Let's go ahead and get these pedals on, and then go take this bike out for a test drive. Okay, the bike is fully assembled and it should be good to ride now. But before we do, I do want to talk to you guys about the seat because this has the same problem that my bike did. If you want to take the battery out, there's literally a seat in the way. There's no way to lift this up or to flip it. You need to come through here. You need to physically pull this out and pull your whole seat out. You literally need to take the seat out if you want to be able to take the battery out to charge it. It does come with keys, so you take the key, you push this in, and you can pull the battery out. But the battery itself actually is not as good as my last bike was. You'll see that the capacity here is 13 amp hours. My last one was 22, so that means that this can get you probably 25 to 30 miles of range. But you also can't charge this as fast. This has a charge limit of 3 amps, which means you can't charge this as fast as my last one either. That's the only thing that is weaker about this bike is the battery. If you need to travel longer than 30 miles, I would definitely recommend getting a second battery. And now we got to put the seat back in because this design is ridiculous. Okay, let's start her up. Turn the key to on. And then I think that we hold, where's the on button? Yes, and you hold this metal button here to turn the bike on. You've got, I think, 7 speed settings, so you can go up to pedal assist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can change this to 7. Okay, let's go give this bike a shot. First ride, here we go. Oh, the seat is a little high, I'm too short. Huh. Oh, I will say this, on the monitor right there, you can see how many watts you're currently using. I love that. I wish my last bike had it. Being able to see how much power you're using is incredibly helpful. Like right now, we are using 1,000 watts. Also worth noting, the brakes work very well. That's always good. Acceleration is fast too. Okay, so after my first test ride, I am pleasantly surprised. The kickstand works. It doesn't wobble a lot. It has a front light. Look at that. Look at this. It's got a little bell. I guess you could use that if you really want a bell. I think that's just for like legal reasons. It does not have a basket in the front. You'll probably have to buy a separate one, but it does have mounting holes where you can mount your own if you want to. Yeah. So let me figure out how to, I'm trying to figure out how to turn the front light on. It does have a front light, but you can also see it's got a brake light right here. Let me, yeah, so anytime you push the brakes, you can have brake lights. That's helpful. I don't know how to turn the front light on though. Do I need to open up the instructions? That's no fun. Okay, after reading the instructions, you have to hold the up for 3 seconds, which is weird, but yes, it does turn the light on. And just looking at this, it looks like it will be very, very dim, so probably not great for riding at night. But I guess it is there for checking off legal boxes. Okay, let's take a look at the charger that they gave. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a very good charger. It's probably like a 2 amp XLR. Okay. Yeah, 2 amp. So not very fast. This is a 2 amp charger. This is a 13 amp hour cell. So that means that this will take about 6 hours to charge up fully. I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely disappointed in the battery here. The fact that it's not as large and you can't charge it as quickly means you can't do what I was doing. You can't just go to coffee shop to coffee shop because it takes 6 hours to charge up and you only go half as far. The display is much better though. You can see you've got a lot more bars. My last one only had 4 bars. This has like 10. So you've got a much better idea of how much battery you have left and you can see how much power you're using. So all in all, the display is much better, but you also have seen the quality of this build. This is the same Okay, pause. This is not the same company from the bike that I had in Europe, but it looks like a very similar style. So I imagine this has the same durability as the last one. You can probably run this thing up against a concrete wall over and over and over again, and it'll be fine. The bike technically only has front suspension. You can see that it's got the little air compressor things here, but they advertise this as having a sort of rear seat suspension. The seat post itself has a spring in it, and the back of the seat, I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but it's got 2 springs right here. So this is supposed to help a little bit, but I'm honestly not confident that this will help you when you're on gravel roads and you're on bumpy rides. It will still be rough when you're going on rough terrain. You can tell just based on the back seat that this has, that this is designed more for like metropolitan areas where you're taking your kid to school and you're not trying to go very far. So if you're trying to go really long distances and charge up really quickly, I don't think that this bike will be good for you. But if you're staying in the city and you've got a consistent place to charge, I think that that bike is very similar to the bike you've already seen. Being able to fold up and put in the back seat of a car is also super helpful.